Across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Azeez Ojulari there on the tackle. Well, this defense for the Giants, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. Oh, look at the juke. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
But I have to think that when this play began, the running back thought to himself that this looks promising, but that feeling certainly didn't last very long. Super play defensively to lock in on the best route to his target, and he stopped him for no gain.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. To throw is Cousins. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 18.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Cousins. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now Jones. Escaping the pressure right.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 4.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Throwing Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd down now, Branch. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Cook running right. A beautiful fake. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Cousins to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
With the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The Vikings send out their punter. Kadarius Toney deep for the Giants. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Giants drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it And that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. There he goes left side. The 40, 20, 10, 5. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Give left side here for Nwangwu. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Quick slant here to Smith. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now here's a throw that's complete. Evades the tackler and now some space. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Azeez Ojulari able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. To throw, Cousins. This is Smith with a grab.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
Now Cousins. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on fourth down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Giants are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 9, Jones. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Six yards left on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Back to throw. Jones. That's caught by Galladay. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram as time expires in the first half. And the Giants would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll take us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
This is taken at the 23. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position.
Yo, what up? Nah, I'm from the game. Sorry. Yeah, that's some shit.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10.
Yeah,
now again running right, it's Cook.
You should be able to go,
and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Yeah, see that shit? Flicker it on and off. Like,
they run again on 1st down. Cook. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Blake Martinez. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, They're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw. Jones. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st down, it's Cook. Well, they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They run it again with Cook. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Cousins now from the 50. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And now here's another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. They'll fire one deep for Westbrook. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Minnesota.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that zero. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Looking to throw. Jones. Fighting through pressure. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Take it at the 37. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And some room to work. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? Five defensive
DBs.
Backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
Double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing, offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
And we saw that advantage right there. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. Cook, they'll try and run it. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Running again with Barkley on second down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And this will be a Vikings 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he's brought down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Steps away to his... Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. There he goes, right side. The 20. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Gano for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing is Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Julian Love picks it. And the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off. That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll keep it on the ground. Branch. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Looking deep downfield. This is intercepted. Picked up by Garyon Conley. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They run, Cook, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Giants, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.
Is
There we go. Are we keeping our same team and Willie's just filling in, or are we
I'm gonna
splitting
be honest, I'm
teams?
not calling defense again.
Sam Ellinger has 83 throw power, by the way.
That was
Took
literally
it
the
on
most
the
beautiful
money.
pass I've ever seen.
Put it on the money. 83 throw power.
Maybe that's
Same
because
balance,
it's
same
an
balance.
iPad and you can't throw it far. So that's like the furthest he could throw.
Shit was great.
Yeah, we all wanted to play with Steelers, so I think we should stay together so we could play with Steelers together.
As you say, I'm not calling defense again. We'll keep it big.
Willie, can you call defense?
Sure.
Alright.
All right, my boys, I'm heading out for the night.
Alright.
Good day, sir.
You want me to host it again?
Hey, chill. You suck, respectfully. Pro, your ass. Who else? Let me go down the line. Go down the line. I ain't got nothing to say about Willie. I ain't played against him. Easty, you got carried to your Super Bowl.
Hell yeah,
Bro,
dude.
you ass. Outtaker. I don't know. Red, you fucking suck monkey balls.
Send me another invite, Red.
Woody, I never played against him, and Child is the absolute worst in this party.
You mean best?
That's in this party game. He's probably Outtaker.
2 picks and win the game.
Hmm.
BC got carried by his second line.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing. Who was your line, BC?
Shit. Willie came over here, so Pro, you gotta go play over there. You're good. No, you're good. You're good. You already
what?
joined in here.
Hey, BC, who was your
Pro
line?
will call defense for y'all. Why you want to know my line, bro? Chill.
I want to know who was your line. I can go figure out. Too lazy.
Y'all ready up, Child and Willie?
Yeah, I'm all good.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Are we still gonna be the Steelers?
Yeah, Steelers. They gotta switch off. Pro played with the Steelers enough, I think.
They with the Bengals.
It says me.
Yep.
It say me, Willie.
Yeah.
Alright. Why can't I find the Steelers right now? Right there. Them boys were hiding.
Pro, you coming?
Alright, goes invite, do I accept?
Willie, what
Oh,
position
red
you
hour.
playing offense? Give me Baltimore. What position you playing offense with?
He plays running back.
Oh, you don't play wide receiver?
No, he can play running back.
Yeah, I just asked if you're.
Oh, you were asking me. I thought you asked him. Give me Miami defense.
Does it say I'm picking the team?
Yeah.
Hey, we got the Steelers, so don't get any ideas.
What team do we want to be?
The Bengals. They own the Steelers.
There you go. Oh, don't. Y'all good?
Okay.
What defense will
Miami.
make?
Who's going in game check?
Child usually goes. Because he lags out. Parties.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Miami Dolphins. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Hey, what am I on defense? D-line? Alright. I'm fine with D-line. Unless one of y'all doing that.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. on the handoff. It's Gaskin. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Okay, 2nd and 1, you get nothing. What now on 3rd and 1?
Sorry about that. I was so excited I jumped in on you. This is almost like practice to me. Line it up and do it again. You didn't get it right the first time. Just get right back on the ball and go. It doesn't matter that they know you're coming. You ought to be able to pick up this short yardage.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Gaskin on the carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Tua's throws taken in by Waddle. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 41, Tua. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position,
right. I went after the field
absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the 2nd half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
And they'll run for the 1st time with Najee Harris. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Able to hit his target, Claypool. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That was a huge
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. No score after 1 on EA Sports. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris taking it in from 4 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tua. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Tua. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, and it all came together. I bet you it got galvanized in the locker room and pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger completes it to Wild. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Every Packers quarterback dude.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Yeah, I got in the way.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On the give, this is Harris, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now, Roethlisberger. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Tua now on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. He'll rifle this one deep right side. They find some open field here. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. first half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now a second down and 6. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college, because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Check 26, check 26. Nicker, Jack 16.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And that's good for a gain of 6. And just like that, it's third down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it second down. They'll run now with Gaskin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
2 now on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's the ex-Dolphin, Minkah Fitzpatrick. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
The ball comes out, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
I don't think he hit anybody. He ran right.
Back now in Pittsburgh, and they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his second touchdown of the night. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. Roethlisberger looking to throw. It's complete.
Really?
And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and he'll come up empty on the try for 2. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
On 2nd and 10, Tua. Open net is Waddle, complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted. And he caught it up. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices. It's not something...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Eric Rowe. Now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And this offense, this new offense, would appear they still have a few kinks to work through.
And isn't that to be expected? It's a unit that hasn't played together a real game before. So they definitely got some growing pains, Brandon. And this one, it cost them 2 points.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On second down, it's Harris. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world up to the challenge.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
That's right.
Emmanuel Agba in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd
I
sack
put my hand
tonight.
on
They
him.
can't figure him out.
Blue.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. Here's Gaskin. And he's got some space here. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
And that'll set him back 5.
Who won the second Sunday, Monday night game?
Looking to pass. Tua. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Roethlisberger going to throw it. It's complete to Watt. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up.
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. On first down, Harris. Now, loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he is not quite going to make it all
Set
the
out
way
his
in. They
field.
mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the laughter in film is going to be intense. You are going to get jumped on for not making it all the way to the end zone.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown.
I called for that play too. I wanted that reserve. Fucking Jordan did too.
That was quite the interesting game, huh?
Yeah. Using that 55 overall. Cool.
Using what?
Using that 55 overall offensive lineman.
I think the main problem is like we didn't have a quarterback.
No, we're saying you were fucking overall offensive lineman. He's a 55 overall. You were just.
That wasn't me playing Dylan.
What?
Sorry. Yeah. Red. He should have had a hell of a lot more sacks than that, to be honest.
That's what I was assuming.
I wouldn't use the D tackle. I'd use that rookie. That's a fucking beast. Because you got like 4, 5, 6 play actions off. Try play action against me. I'll watch what happens.
I literally did think that was you. I was running play actions on that.
There was 7 interceptions in that game. Jesus Christ.
Run a play action on me. You won't run one again.
I like how Willie just fucking dove on that one run for a touchdown.
That's just low-key glitch.
Yeah, it's pretty fun though. It's fun to see.
Red's
when did Najee
got a lot to learn at quarterback.
Wait a minute, when did
I
Najee
did
fumble?
that hurdle. I did a hurdle and fumbled out of
hurdle on that big run.
Fucking Claypool. That play actually looked like it would have been good. I got like 8 yards at least on it.
My quarterback awareness is so ass. I'm watching that one deep fucking pass that I threw to Beastie. I'm fucking backing into him. Willie's backing into him. And he
That sucks
trips
because
over.
in that game was one of the few times I think a lob would have been good. I fucking definitely will, unless he underthrew the shit out of it. I definitely had a touchdown that one play. He bulleted it if he lobbed it. That's unfortunate.
Tough.
Well,
I'm
Waddle.
surprised you just didn't try going deep with Waddle more often, honestly. Away from me.
He didn't have time. He ain't gonna have time versus Steelers D-line with the Dolphins unless someone's really fucking up.
Steelers defense is fucking amazing.
Yep.
Their O-line is fucking garbage though.
But again, I don't think that matters all that much.
Matters a little bit.
Cause you have a stud beat O-line, but like you don't have badges, they're gonna get shit on. So.
I'm so lonesome, my good dog.
Like you can have like an 88 overall O-lineman, but with no badges, a user's gonna beat him every time.
Oh damn, Willie streamed that shit. Oh damn.
Did he really?
That's tough.
But like the Steelers don't even got fucking Tua back.
Why
They
you
don't
stream
got,
that shit so
Yeah, they're gonna be so deadly with Tua.
And then with Tyson Alualu as well is hurt. So that's why I put Hayward as the end now when I plays the Steelers, because that's where he's gonna be. And then you have Alualu and Tua as your tackles. Yep.
I feel like that high school guy's not bad either though.
He's not. He's played pretty good in real life, but compared to the other 4, yeah, he's bad.
Yeah. Just the other 3 besides TJ are slow as shit.
Yeah. But I mean, speed's important, but it doesn't hurt as bad if people don't have escape artists. You don't feel like you're
You're
fucking
right.
running in circles around people.
Alright. Good playing games. Hey, Kuro, you play Among Us?
Not really, no.
You should play that. I think you'll like it.
I might try it.
It's funny. We have some funny games.
Oh, I know it's funny. It definitely can be.
Alright, though.
I ain't gonna interact with two people. What's some respect with me? Okay, it was okay. I wasn't tripping.